So basically, for us, there's two ways you can stand, right? You can stand in an aggressive stance, or you can stand in a passive stance. And if you stand in a passive stance, you have to stand correctly so that you're not off balance. So for us, we can have your hands up. You know, when I used to bounce, I used to hold on to my waistcoat here so that your hand's always ready. But you can have your hands up trying to talk the person down. But the key is with your legs and your feet, right? So we're going to do a little exercise first, where you're going to like push your toes into the mat just a little bit, maybe 30–40%. I tell people when I do this to try to like hold a cockroach down but not squash the cockroach, right? And then you're going to bend your legs just slightly, fractionally, right? You don't want to do like this, because that's going to look stupid. You want to just have your toes in the mat and just bend your knees slightly, and then you're going to have your hands up so you can talk to the person, right? You can try to reason with them and talk them down if that's the case. Right, so this is the first exercise. So if Jalen pushes me and I'm back on my heels a little bit, you'll see that you end up going flying. Right? Whereas if you stand with your toes in the mat a little bit and your knees bent and he pushes again, right, you stand and you're quite strong. So now we're automatically in a fighting stance, right? And this is where we want to end up. So people, when they first come sometimes to boxing or kickboxing, and they're confused on whether they're southpaw or orthodox, I just get them to stand in this position, right, and I give them a bit of a push. And whatever leg goes back first is their natural stance, right? So Jaden is obviously orthodox. His left hand is his jab and his right hand is his cross. If they step back with their left hand, then generally they're southpaw, right? Because this becomes their jab hand and this becomes their natural power hand. So when you step backwards, just step back with whatever is natural, right? So we're going to try this first. You're going to have your toes in the mat, slight bend in your legs and your hands up. Your partner's going to give you a good push, and you're going to make sure you're nice and stable, right? You want to come back into this like fighting